Okay, hopefully you didn't have too much trouble trying to work out what provided that meant in each context. In doing this video, this is not the first time that I've tried to record this, I've found out that question 4 is really a lot more complex than I thought it was. So if you had difficulty with question 4, then stick around. I'll try to break it down, but let's go through the rest of the questions first. The bus pass is valid provided that it has been signed. Here, for me, there is a condition. The bus pass is valid if it has been signed. If it hasn't been signed, then it is not valid. So for me, this would be a normal understanding of this rule. To understand this as except when would be a little bit strange because it would have the opposite effect, that it's valid if it isn't signed. If it is signed, then it's not valid. And I don't think that's what we're really trying to say. For number 2, we have no liability towards you provided that we have not breached the contract. Let's break this down a bit. We have no liability towards you is the main message. So you can't complain to us. Okay, that's basically what this is trying to say. And then we've got, provided that we have not breached the contract. And this is interesting because this is really saying, if we have done something wrong, if we have breached the contract, then we do have liability towards you. So this provided that is really forming an exception of some kind. We have no liability towards you except when, or except if, or unless, or however, or use some form of contrast linker to say that when we did break the rules, then we do have liability towards you. For question number 3, for me, this is quite like question number 1. This is creating a simple condition. If you want to collect the award or claim the award, then you have to appear in person. And if you don't, then you can't claim the award. So for me, I think this is going to be if. For question number 4, now I said that this was tricky, and it's all because of that negative form haven't. Let me explain. The main clause is this: you can work overtime. Okay. And then what happens afterwards modifies or changes the ability to work overtime. And there's 2 ways that you can think about this. You can think about this in this way, that it could be if. So you can work overtime if you haven't worked more than 30 hours overtime already. Okay, so we've got a condition there. You can do this if you haven't done this. The other way to do it, the other way to think about it, is to think of this as an exception. So you can work overtime except when you haven't worked more than 30 hours, or unless you have worked 30 hours. So using unless, we would have to change that structure a little bit, or we could use a different contrast structure to say that if you actually have worked more than 30 hours, or if there's a condition where you have worked more than 30 hours, then you can't work overtime. So this sentence could be understood, I think, as meaning as a condition or as an exception of some kind. But I think the end result is pretty much the same thing. And for number 5, I will try to win the case provided that you give me all of the information I ask for. Here, once again, I think this is a straightforward condition. I will try to win the case if you give me all of the information that I ask for, because contextually that makes sense. This is what you would hope the lawyer would do. If the lawyer gets all of the information, then you would hope that the lawyer would have a better chance of winning the case. I know that question number 4 is tricky. Listen guys, if you've got any questions at all, then please contact me through the website and let me know what you're thinking. And there's always that possibility for you guys just to send me a quick email saying, I agree with you, Simon, I disagree with you, Simon, and I would love to hear that from you guys.